The convention hasn't even officially started yet, but Debbie Wasserman Schultz's forced resignation from the DNC already causing chaos in the streets of Philadelphia. So what kind of fallout can we expect? Here to weigh in, we got Fox News contributor and former chief of staff to George W. Bush, Karl Rove, right there, and Fox News contributor and Democratic strategist Joe Trippi to my left, appropriately. Good morning to both of you.
Good to see you.
Now, Karl, in a minute, Joe Trippi's going to try to put a happy face on this, but day one has been a disaster for the Dems.
Well, it has, but they've sort of come out of it as best they could. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was not beloved of the Bernie Sanders people. They already thought she'd put the fix in for Hillary. So having her get out and not speak, if she had spoken, almost no matter what, even if these emails hadn't come out, there would be a floor demonstration against her. People turn her back. They'd boo her. And really, after the emails came out, they'd really boo her a lot. So they were smart to get her out of there, but it's not a good way to be starting your convention.
Yeah, you know, anytime you're the chief has to step down the day before, that bad.
Well, it is. It's not good. But I think the main difference between the two conventions, the one in Cleveland and this one, will be Democrats will get all these sort of schisms out of play on the first day. In other words, we'll have whatever fight on platform or rules is going to happen be done today. There won't be a Ted Cruz speech late in the convention. It'll be today. With Bernie Sanders, I don't think it'll be anywhere near as divisive as the Cruz speech was. But any of the problems will be settled today. And then the rest of the convention, hopefully, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
No, the biggest problem is still going to remain. Look, for all of the difficulties at the Republican convention, the one imperative was depict the Republican ticket as the ticket of change on the economy and on terrorism and safety. And they did that. That's why he got a 6-point bounce. The difficulty for the Democrats is, all right, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, emails, all that's a problem. But their bigger problem is, how do they depict themselves as something other than the status quo? And the description of what they're going to do this week leads me to believe they're not going to be able to do anything except be, we're more of the same.
You know, Joe, you were talking about how, you know, it's not going to be nearly the disaster of last week. Last week, the big headline was Ted Cruz did not officially endorse him, but the Republicans let him speak. They're not going to let Debbie Wasserman Schultz speak, and it sounds like the Bernie people are going to walk out when Tim Kaine comes up because they don't think he's progressive enough.
Sounds like we'll see what happens. Again, I think for the most part, any of the schisms in the party are going to get dealt with today.
Yep.
And I disagree with Karl. This is about differentiating between the two campaigns. I think the Republican convention did do a good job. Obviously, it had a bounce, but you know, Democrats generally get a point or so bigger bounce than Republicans on average. So let's see where this thing is at the end of this convention. I think we could be right back where we started from before Cleveland.
Karl, for the average person, the people in the middle, the independents, are looking in. Day one, it's revealed that the system is rigged by the Democrats to help Hillary. That's not what people want, is it?
No, but look, and I don't want to say it doesn't hurt them not at all. It does hurt them. But the bigger question is going to be, just like, look, last week the Republicans had difficulties. But voters, those swing voters were sitting there, independents who moved from being not for Trump last week to being for Trump after the convention. Their interest was, what do you stand for? And that's the difficulty the Democrats have this week, which is they're for more of the same, a third term for Barack Obama.
Karl and Joe, excellent chat. Got to do it again tomorrow, maybe, okay?
Great.
All right, bet.